From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Lake effect snow ramping up this afternoon, and the National Weather Service issuing a winter weather advisory in effect now through tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock along and west of 127. So we look at the Doppler radar, numerous lake effect snow bands setting up. You get under one of those, you get some briefly at least heavy snowfall, but then you get a nice break. So snowfall intensity not all that impressive. As we zoom out, it's all lake effect. There's no storm system in the region. It's just the cold air and the still relatively warm Great Lakes. Temperatures are currently sitting in the upper teens. It is quite cold outside. It's going to get even colder as we head into the overnight hours. Snow shower wise, I do think they'll ramp up tonight through early tomorrow morning. So in terms of driving tonight into tomorrow morning, I think the worst of it's probably around the morning commute with some pretty good snow showers. Those will begin to move out during the afternoon hours, and improving driving conditions are on the way. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
A resolution in Livingston County is asking sheriff's deputies to keep track of illegal immigrants, but other counties in mid-Michigan don't agree, and they're making that known. It's our top story tonight at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. The resolution from Livingston County requires deputies to track immigration status as part of the standard questions they ask people during police interviews.
But 2 of its neighboring counties are publicly deciding to go in the opposite direction.
Nick Simon has been following the debate. He's here for you now to break it all down.
Sherry, Siobhan, Livingston County says that this policy will help them gather the data that they need to fight crime. But officials in Ingham and Washtenaw County say that rules like this are bad for Michigan, and immigration advocates are worried that it could lead to discrimination. In Washtenaw County, board members voted unanimously to directly oppose the new rules in Livingston, calling it a politically driven effort to promote scapegoating and division. And in Ingham, commissioners voted on a resolution of their own that reaffirms the county's protection of migrants and opposed any effort that painted them as criminals. Immigration rights advocates tell me that the Livingston resolution could hurt migrants, but it could also cause problems for the deputies trying to carry it out.
A lot of the ways officers make those attempts at asking immigration status end up being based on racial profiling. And so that is not just a threat to the individuals, but it's also, again, a liability for the officers and the municipality. They're going to be afraid to communicate and come forward with that local law enforcement agency. So it overall really degrades public safety.
Those STEM advocates are reminding people that they don't need to answer questions about their immigration status or if they're a citizen unless they're at an airport or a border checkpoint. But for now, the Livingston Sheriff's Office and county officials are standing by their rules. They say it's going to make the county a safer place to live compared to the Ingham or Washtenaw counties around it. And that's what they're focused on.
All right, thank you, Nick. Staying in Livingston County, a deputy there was involved in a chase yesterday afternoon.
Yes, and this was no ordinary chase because when it was over, the real emergency began.
So just before 1 o'clock, a deputy on patrol in Marion Township saw that black Chevy Impala driven by a 39-year-old man from nearby Hamburg Township who was wanted on multiple felony warrants. Well, the driver refused to pull over, so a chase began. The deputies stopped the car with a pit maneuver, but then found the driver who had self-inflicted knife wounds to his neck. The deputy worked to keep that man alive until EMS could arrive, and the driver was taken to U of M Hospital where he went into emergency surgery.
We have new information today about a deadly crash in Jackson County over the weekend.
The victim has been identified as 75-year-old James Bevins from Taylor.
Around 4:45 on Saturday morning, deputies were called to the westbound lanes of I-94 near Mount Hope Road in Grass Lake Township. A semi-truck had jackknifed because of the weather, and a pickup truck driven by Bevins crashed into it. He died at the scene. Nobody else was in that vehicle, and the crash is still under investigation.
Lansing police responded this afternoon to a crash that involved one of their own vehicles. Take a look. It happened on South Pennsylvania Avenue near the ramp to I-496. At least 2 vehicles were involved, one of which was a Lansing police cruiser. The department says the cruiser had lights and sirens on and was stopped at a red light. The driver of the other vehicle was taken to the hospital, but their injuries are not considered life-threatening.
Staying in Lansing, we have new information about a shooting in the capital city on Saturday afternoon. We now know the 3 people who were shot are all teenagers. 2 of them are 16 years old and the third is 19. It happened near the intersection of Oakland Avenue and Jennison Street. That's in the old Oakland neighborhood on the western side of the city. Officials say the 3 teens walked themselves to a hospital and their injuries are not life-threatening. Tonight, police say they have identified a person of interest in this shooting.
The East Lansing Police is mourning the loss of a K-9 officer tonight. For more than 7 years, K-9 Scott has served the department helping find fugitives, missing people, and dangerous drugs, as well as helping with community outreach and demonstrations for students. Several years ago, Scott was diagnosed with kidney disease. He continued to serve, but his condition took a turn for the worse over the weekend.
Speaking of animals, this weekend, Shiawassee County Animal Control rescued several animals from a local home where deputies say they were in, quote, obvious distress. In total, there were 7 horses, 5 dogs, and 2 cats at the home in Hazleton Township. The sheriff's office says they did not have proper shelter, food, or water. All of the animals are expected to recover, and the horses have been sent to Horses Haven, a nonprofit rescue in Livingston County. The case has been referred to the Shiawassee County Prosecutor's Office for possible charges.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed 5 different bills into law today. They're designed to create jobs and lower costs for businesses.
Zach Priest has been working this story today. He's here for you now with a closer look.
Thanks. All 5 bills have something in common, and that's that they're geared at growing businesses in Michigan. Let's take a closer look. 2 of them establish a yearly research and development tax credit for authorized businesses and taxpayers. This credit could be as much as $2 million a year for businesses with 250 employees or more, while businesses with less can get up to $250,000 a year. Other laws create a Michigan Innovation Fund program, $60 million to be used to support entrepreneurs hoping to get started in our state. The governor's office says these new laws will make Michigan more attractive to new businesses and employees alike. Whitmer says supporting startup businesses has worked out in the past.
Think about all of the famous companies that were started in garages or dorms or backyards. They succeeded because they had access to financing from early stage investors.
The governor says Michiganders are innovative and she wants to see them grow their companies from the ground up with the help of these new laws. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Zach. Well, winter is respiratory disease season, and Hillsdale County is getting hit especially hard.
Yes, Hillsdale Hospital is now changing the rules for its birthing center to protect patients from infection.
New restrictions took effect today in response to the high rates of RSV, flu, and COVID-19 in the community. Those diseases can be deadly for newborns. The Betty Acco Birthing Center is limiting visitors to the mother's significant other and 1 other support person at a time. The 2 healthy grandparents at a time as well. Children are not allowed, including siblings. Surgical patients can only have 1 visitor at a time.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of good news in terms of the weather that you can actually get outside and enjoy a sunny mid-30-degree day. You look at our long-range temperature outlook, and this is the 19th through the 23rd, and we're still well below average across much of the eastern U.S., and it doesn't change a whole lot even as we look further out in time. So bottom line is the cold weather is here to stay, minus 1 small break on Friday. More on that coming up. Snowfall tonight through tomorrow morning and in the afternoon hours, 1 to 2 inches, maybe as much as 3 inches. Spots, so not a huge snowfall, but I think the worst of the snow showers will probably occur around the morning commute, so that's what we have to watch out for. As we look a little broader, notice across the state some higher totals across the UP here in mid-Michigan. Again, light snowfall totals, but as you get along closer to the lake shore, certainly we will see more snow, probably 4, 5, 6 inches as you get closer to Grand Rapids. So check out the satellite and radar. There is our lake effect snow as it continues across mid-Michigan this afternoon. Our Skyview network on the McLaren cam, visibility not all that bad. that, so we're getting a break from the snow showers. Winds at 7. That gives us a wind chill of 11 with an actual air temperature of 18 degrees. In Grand Ledge, still some snow showers outside. Our current temperature is sitting at 17 degrees. Our wind gust today was up to 29 miles per hour, so it was quite breezy. Here's the view this afternoon in Jackson, where we've got some snow showers. Temperature 17 degrees. Wind chill feels like it's 6 outside. Winds at 9 miles per hour, and we saw a gust up to 31. In Hillsdale, the snow showers taking a break for the moment. Temperature at 16 degrees. Wind gust today up to 24 miles per hour, but the wind chill negligible now as we await the next gust of wind. Temperatures across mid-Michigan ranging from 18 in St. John's and Owasso to 19 in Mason, 17 in Jackson. It's cold all across the area. Precision cast through tomorrow morning. Lake effect snow showers will continue. Little weak system from the west may enhance some of the lake effect snow showers, so I think that's why probably tomorrow morning is probably the worst of it. As we move into the afternoon hours, that flow begins to break down off the lake, so maybe we'll get some breaks in the clouds, but more importantly, we'll get a break from the snow showers. Moving into Wednesday, all quiet across mid-Michigan. We could see some clouds around, and worst case would be a flurry, but I don't anticipate much happening. Cold front to our northwest. It's good and bad, because the good news is it's going to bring some warmer air to the north Thursday and Friday. The bad news is behind that system, it's going to get even colder next week than it was this week, with single-digit highs and low temperatures at or below 0. Tonight's forecast, overnight low down to 10 degrees with snow showers still continuing for the overnight. Very cold tonight. Wind chills could be below 0 at times. Heading into tomorrow, mid to upper teens. That is it. It is going to be very cold tomorrow afternoon. On the 6-day forecast, temperatures throughout the next 6 days, 23 degrees on Wednesday, 31 though on Thursday, so it does get warmer there. Then as we head into next week, notice temperatures like Saturday near 30, falling temperatures in the afternoon. Then as we head into the following week, temperatures in the single digits for highs, overnight lows in the 0 degree range or colder, periodic snow showers, but no major winter storms on the way. Sherry, you were right earlier. Sherry said the world is much brighter, much happier if you put on some rose-colored glasses. So we thought, who needs some cheering up
That's you.
in the winter months?
There you go.
That is Siobhan Klepfer.
There is your rose-colored glasses.
How does that 6-day look now?
Beautiful.
Right? We don't even see single digits.
Right, the weather's nice now, right?
This is actually kind of neat.
We
Very
cheered
nice.
Siobhan up.
That's right.
Thank you.
We did it, David. Nice work.
Well, still to come.